So very good noon everyone. We will wait for 1 to 2 minutes so that some of one will join very soon. Yeah, I think some of you will join later on. So we will start our session. So in the yesterday's lecture, we will discuss about the tungsten mechanism and some breakdown. We will discuss about the tungsten mechanism and as well as the breakdown mechanism, right? So, so today we will discuss about some breakdown mechanism, more breakdown mechanism, and as well as the streamer mechanism, right, which will be developed in the 90s 39. Okay, so by Rather, okay, so the Rather is a one scientist who will develop this particular theorem or this particular mechanism in the 1939. Okay, so in this lecture we will discuss about the breakdown within streamer discharge. That means streamer, or we can say that the another name of the particular discharge is actually the kernel mechanism or the streamer mechanism. And we have to also discuss some critical amplification of an avalanche breakdown, right? So now we will discuss, we will directly go to the share section so that you will communicate accordingly. Hmm. So now we will share my screen. Now we will share my screen so that you will check the presentation. Yeah. So yeah. So I think it's visible right now. So the gaseous dielectrics, because we are discussed with the gaseous dielectrics, and we will discuss about the breakdown mechanism and the streamer mechanism, right? Breakdown mechanism and the streamer mechanism. Yes, I can draw these things first. Okay, fine. So today we have to, our main objective of this particular today's lecture is to, we have to discuss the two things. First of one is the breakdown with a streamer discharge, Okay, and the number two will be the my critical amplification or of an avalanche breakdown, right? So these are the two things we will discuss as the time goes on. So the breakdown by the steamer discharge. First, we have to discuss about the some of one is I think came. Yes. So today we will discuss about the breakdown mechanism. In the previous lecture, we will discuss about the steam, about the Townsend mechanism and the different breakdown mechanism. Okay, so today we will discuss about the breakdown within steamer discharge, or we can say that the canal mechanism or the steamer mechanism. And we will also discuss the critical amplification of an average breakdown process, right? So first we have to discuss this thing, the breakdown by the streamer discharge, or the what do you mean by the kernel mechanism? What do you mean by the kernel mechanism? So what is written in this particular text? According to the Townsend generation mechanism, the time required for the breakdown by the normal avalanche propagation is determined by the drift velocity of an electron. That means that in the previous lecture we will discuss about the Townsend coefficient, Townsend coefficient, okay, or the Townsend mechanism. So in this Townsend mechanism, the Townsend mechanism will be told that we have to determine the drift velocity of a electron. We have to determine, we have to, we have to determine the drift velocity, we have to determine the drift velocity of an electron in a few generation, in a few generation, right? So that thing which will be discussed by the Townsend mechanism. Okay, so Townsend is also told that the estimated time required for this particular breakdown, the estimated time is required for this breakdown is comparatively longer gap distance. Okay, so in this particular mechanism, we should have a longer time duration or we can say that longer time distance, okay, by the theory was too long. Okay, so that is actually the disadvantages of the Townsend theory. Contractually, the actual time is measured experimentally, right? So, due to this particular advantages, or with the development of the electrical and the optical measurement method, okay, rather scientists which will confirm the streamer equation or the streamer mechanism, that is necessarily a novel approach for the breakdown mechanism which will be suitable for the longer gap distance than at explained by the Townsend in a uniform field. Townsend in the uniform field, because all those things we will discuss in a uniform field, okay, not in a non-uniform field. So what are the different aspects which we will see in the streamer mechanism? That thing we will discuss. That means these are the different aspect. Okay, so these are the different aspect for the streamer breakdown, for the steamer mechanism, we can say steamer mechanism. What are the different aspects? The first aspect is the streamer breakdown mechanism describe the development of a spark breakdown. Keep in mind these things. Okay, that means the steamer breakdown, that means we can say that the steamer breakdown or the steamer mechanism will be described the development of a spark breakdown. That means it describe the development of spark, development of spark breakdown, right? So directly with a single avalanches. Okay, so second aspect is what? The space charges developed by these avalanches itself due to the rapid growth of a charge carrier. Whenever the charges will be carried from the anode to cathode, the space charges which will develop by this particular avalanche itself due to the rapid growth of a charge carrier, and which will transform into a conduction channel. Okay, so as described by the Rathar, it is the eigenspace charge. It is the eigenspace charge which produce the instability of the avalanches, which will produce the instability of the avalanches, right? So this word, the third aspect is what? The word streamer literally means a ribbon which will be attached at one end and floating on the waving the other end. That means the streamer literally means that the is one ribbon. Supposed to be this is one ribbon. This is one ribbon which will be attached at the one end of the at the one end, and it will be floating. It will be floating or waving to the other end of the section. Okay, which appears to be the set of waves or the ripple moving forwards. Okay, set of signals which will be moving forward, the set of waves which or ripples which will be moving forwards. Okay, streamer also means a coulomb of light shooting off in aurora. Okay, so the fourth aspect is the kinds of visual display which will result during the discharge due to the movement of the pockets of the ionization particles. Okay, of the ionization particles. The fifth one, the term kernel. The term kernel is taken from the German language, which means as a canal or the channel. Okay, so supposed to be here we can see that the word streamer is literally means as a ribbon, and ribbon we were made up with a some type of canal type of structure, okay, or the channel type of structure. That's why it is also termed as a canal mechanism, because the canal is a German language, and in the German language the canal means a channel, or we can say that a canal, okay, or we can say that a channel, right? So our next aspect of the particular development of a steamer mechanism is what? Okay, so the next aspect is the approximate calculation of the conduction required for the space charge field of an avalanche, supposed to be EA, supposed to be your EA. So EA is actually the space charge field. Okay, is actually a space charge field of avalanche, right? Okay, which is actually EA. To be able to acquire the magnitude to the order of extremely applied field, okay, E0 is actually the applied field. Applied field, okay, which will be confirmed. This a particular applied field which will confirm that the transformation from the avalanche to the streamer begins to develop from the head of an electron avalanches, right, when the number of charge carrier increase to the critical value. Okay, so to the critical value. So from this particular aspect, we will derive the equation that n0 into e to the power alpha into xc is approximately nearly equal to 10 to the power 8. Okay, where n0 is equals to 1 in a uniform field. Okay, n0 is actually a 1 in a uniform field. For that n0 is equals to 1, so if I reconstructing this particular equation, so it will be when n0 is equals to 1, so for that cases from this equation we can say that alpha of xc is equals to alpha of dc, that is login of 10 to the power 8, which is approximately goes to 20. Okay, so is xc is actually the length of avalanche length of avalanche in the field direction, in the field direction when it's amplify its critical size. Okay, so from there, in the other word, xc is also termed as, in the other words, xc is also termed as a critical length of an electrode gap, critical length of electrode gap, which will be known as a DC. Okay, so that is why we can say that alpha of XC, that is equals to alpha of DC. Okay, which is nearly equal to log in of 10 to the power 8. Okay, so this means that the streamer mechanism is possible only when this particular equation will be satisfied. That means alpha of xc is equals to alpha of xd, or we can say that dc. That means xc is equals to dc, right? So that equation is only been satisfied when d is greater than equals to xc. Okay, if xc is a longer than the gap length, if we can say that xc is greater than d. Okay, if it will be say that the xc will be greater than d, then the initial of the streamer is unlikely, which will shown in the 9.1. Okay, see this figure. Okay, so here we are using the two cathodes. One is a negative cathodes, another one is a positive anode, right? So due to this particular figure, due to this particular, if for that cases, whenever xc is greater than d, so for that cases, what is happen? What is happen? Initiate the streamer breakdown or the streamer mechanism. Okay, so that will initiate our streamer mechanism, right? So on the basis of this particular experimental results, okay, so if we are doing an experiment on this particular mechanism, so what we are getting, what will be my results? My results is alpha of xc is actually 17.7 plus log of xc into log of ea by e0, where EA is actually nothing but the base charge field of avalanche and E0 is the applied field. Okay, where EA is actually nothing but a space charge field, press charge field, and E0 is actually your applied field, right? Applied field, right? So now what we can say that this equation we will consider. So the interaction between the space charges and the polarities of the electron result is distortion in the uniform field. Okay, so that equation is considered only when it will be considered in a uniform field, right? Okay, so the next aspect is what? Next aspect is the field intensity towards the head and the tail of an avalanche acquired the magnitude. So from this particular figure, if this is a negative cathode and it's a positive, so there will have some avalanche breakdown which will be takes place, which will having this particular electron under positive cathode electrodes, and this will be formed as a negative electrode. Okay, when it will be goes on, where you can see that distance will be considered as a xc. That distance will be considered as a xc. This distance, that means that particular distance will be considered as a xc. Okay, so that, and after this particular distance, which will be considered as a xc. Okay, and the distance between these two electrodes, if I consider, it will be considered as a d, right? Okay, and E0 is actually nothing but a applied field. Okay, E0, the field which will be applied due to the flow of the electron from the positive to the negative, right? So from the positive to the negative, whenever the electron will be flow from the positive anode to the negative cathode at a distance of a d, if I placing the two plates or the two electrodes at a distance of a d, so the field intensity towards the head, so the field intensity, so the field intensity towards the head and the tail of an avalanche acquired the magnitude of what? Acquired the magnitude of EA plus E0. E0 is actually the applied field, okay, where we can see that E0 is an applied field between this two particular electrode at a distance of a d. And what is actually EA? EA is actually the space charges filled in between this particular two space charge. Whenever the electron will be flow, so there will be certain space charge which will be arise. Okay, so for that cases, your EA plus E0 will be defined. The magnitude. This is actually the magnitude. While above the position of a positive ion region, just behind the head, okay, the field is reduced to the value. The value of the field will be reduced to the value of E0 minus EA, okay, that will be shown in the figure 9.1. Okay, so this particular figure, it will show the effect of space charges of field EA of an avalanche of a critical amplification of the applied uniform field. So wherever we are applied a field, okay, applied a field at a particular electric field E0, okay, so what will be my avalanche, okay, of a critical amplification, critical amplification in a uniform field, that is shown in this figure. Okay, so that is shown in this particular figure. Okay, so so we can say that what will be actually the XC, what will be your DC. Okay, so if XC will be greater than D, so for that cases we will consider the steamer mechanism. And steamer mechanism which will be developed by this particular figure, right? So now the next aspect is what? If the charge lies nearly to the spherical space, if the charge, this particular positive charge, if it will be lies in the spherical space, this particular space, okay, if this particular charge lies nearly in the spherical space at a radius of an RA is actually the radius of a spherical space shape. Okay, then the field of the surface of the space charge in the form of a sphere. Okay, so then we can write the equation that what will be my EA? EA is actually E into exponential of alpha x divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 into RA square, right? Is that clear? Okay, so x is actually ex is actually, or we can say that an alpha x is the distance between the alpha. We can say that an alpha process. Okay, alpha is the primary coefficient. Okay, and 4 pi epsilon 0 as it will be the spherical, as the shape will be the spherical. So as the shape is spherical, SHAP, as the shape is spherical, SPHERECAL, then we can say that our exponential term will be 4 pi epsilon 0, right, into my radius of the spherical shape, RA square, right. So that will be, and that will be my EA, right, where E is actually nothing but a elementary charge. E is actually my elementary charge, okay, of an electron, okay, and epsilon 0 is actually nothing but a absolute permeability. Okay, so epsilon 0, which is actually nothing but a my absolute permeability, right? So keep in mind this equation very well, as in the numerical purpose this equation will be needed, right? So now next aspect is what? The condition of the transition from the Navier to the streamer breakdown assume that the eigenspace charges which will be field approach near to the externally applied field. So whenever this such kind of condition will be arise, EA is nearly approximately is equals to E0. So from there we can say that alpha of XC is equals to 17.7 into login of XC. Okay, so hence the breakdown criteria becomes, so whenever this particular equation will come, then we have a breakdown process will be takes place. So breakdown criteria will be considered depend upon this particular equation. Okay, that means streamer breakdown. Okay, so the minimum value of alpha of XC, the minimum value of alpha XC is required to break down in a uniform field gap by the streamer mechanism is obtained. A streamer mechanism is obtained on the assumption that the transition from the avalanche to the streamer occurs when the avalanche of the critical size just extend across the gap of a D. Okay, so as we mentioned in this particular cases, as your XC will be greater than D, then only we have to initiate the steeper mechanism. The same thing we can see in this particular structure, that if alpha of XC is nearly greater than equal to D, so for that cases we can say that alpha of BC is equals to 17.7 into log on of XC. Okay, so that is nearly equal to my 20. This is actually the value. Okay, the value where the breakdown which will be takes place, right? The value where the breakdown which will takes place. Okay, so from where this equation will be come, so we will know that alpha of XC is actually nothing but a alpha of DC. If XC is greater than D, so for that cases, our breakdown, our streamer mechanism will be takes place. So for that cases, if alpha of XC is equals to 17.7 plus login of XC, then alpha of DC, that is also 17.7 plus login of XC, right? Okay, so if now the another condition, if the another condition is that, and another condition in the another condition, in another condition, if other condition, if XC is equals to DC, XC is equals to, this is one condition. Okay, XC is greater than DC. Okay, if XC is equals to DC, that gives the smaller value of alpha, which will gives the smaller value, the smaller value of the alpha, that means the coefficient, okay, primary coefficient, right, and which will produce the streamer breakdown, which will produce the streamer breakdown, where my DC is given in centimeter, right? Because DC is actually nothing but a distance between the two electrodes, okay, and which will be defined as a unit of centimeter, okay. So for a alpha XC, is equals to login of 10 to the power 8. We can say in the previous in this equation, in the previous equation, that, and this equation, not this equation, this equation, right? So here we can also assuming that when alpha of XC is equals to login of 10 to the power 8, okay, so XC works out to the equal to the 2 centimeter, okay, that means it will greater than 2 centimeter, that means alpha of XC, right, which can be considered by the critical gap distance, which can be considered as a critical gap distance, okay, for the streamer phenomenon, for the steamer phenomenon, right? For the steamer phenomenon to take place into the atmospheric air in a uniform field, right? So the next aspect is what? The steamer breakdown criteria can be therefore interpreted at a condition for the development of the significant field distorted causes by the spark breakdown charges, okay, within a single avalanche, so that its field intensity is comparatively is comparable to the externally applied field. So whenever is E0 we are applied to the particular a particular cathode, okay. So for that cases, if we will consider the streamer breakdown criteria, so that causes by the sparks charges which will charge within a single avalanches, so that the field intensity which will be defined by the EA, the field intensity is comparable with the externally applied field, right? So that thing you keep in mind these things, right? So in the next part we can say that this is actually so this part we will see. So there will have some avalanche which will be considered. Here we have a development of some avalanches. Here we have some development as a avalanches, okay. So we are considering the positive anode, okay, and the negative cathode over here at a distance of a d, at a distance of a d, okay, and this distance near aboutly and the this distance near aboutly we will consider as a xc, right, at a uniform field which will be known as E0, right. So this particular figure which will show the primary avalanche electron swept into the anode, okay. So what we will see, this particular avalanches and this particular avalanches which will be swift down from the anode, okay. So swift down into the anode and it will be goes to the negative ions, right. The second in the second figure it will show that the secondary avalanches, so this process will be the primary avalanches takes place, okay. So primary avalanches which will be takes place in this figure, okay. So the next figure which will be describe the secondary avalanches. The second figure which will show the secondary avalanches which will be feed. See that in the previous figure, see that your electron, your anode which will be shifted from the anode and it will be goes towards the negative cathode, right. So in the second figure it will be drifted or it will be feed into the primary, it will be freed into the, so it will be drifted. Okay, all the avalanches, it should be drifted to the negative at a particular distance of a d, where this particular portion we will consider as a xc. So that particular figure which will be considered as a secondary avalanches, okay, which will be fed, okay, into the primary, feed into the primary ions or the primary electrons, right, is feed into the primary electrons, right. So in the next case we can say that the number c, that will be the self-propagating streamer breakdown, okay. So that thing we will also discuss in the previous lecture, that the same figure that will describe the sorry self propagation streamer breakdown, self-propagation streamer breakdown, right. So in these cases we will see that all those three figure, the figure A, figure B and the figure C, which will be considered as a schematic diagram of a cathode directed the streamer breakdown showing the development stage. So there will be the different development stage, how the streamer breakdown which will takes place, okay, that will shown in this particular figure A, figure B and the figure C, okay. How this particular development will be arise due to this particular streamer breakdown, that we will that is actually shown in this particular figure, Right. So I think our session is over because we're already ahead of time. Okay. So we will discuss a few things in the next classes. Okay. I think tomorrow I have a classes. Okay, so next thing I have to discuss later on in the next class. Okay. So if you have any question regarding this, because this is a new topic. Okay. So in the previous lecture, we will discuss about the breakdown mechanism and the downstroke mechanism. So today we will discuss about the breakdown mechanism and the steamer mechanism, right? So this things is a new topic. If you have any problem related to this particular section, okay. So do you have any question? I think no. So I have already uploaded your attendance in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you will check in the WhatsApp group and give your attendance to the LMS portal. Okay, so that your attendance is recorded. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, so we will stop the session for today. We will discuss some more thing in the next lecture. Okay, thank you very much.